I'm about to go to work. I'm still sad about it, but I'm not as sad as I was about it the first time that I filmed that. I'm more apprehensive about people's reaction, and specifically the company has put it in a policy that we as staff have to remind the customers that social distancing is a thing and that we have rules you have to adhere to, and if they don't adhere to them, well, so I'm apprehensive about somebody shouting at me. I'm always anxious about somebody flipping out at me. Like when they shout at me for like online orders, I had nothing to do with that. I'm very apprehensive about going back to work, just because I don't want people to shout at me when I tell them that they're not social distancing correctly in the store. Don't even know what it's going to look like. I'm going to come back tomorrow and be like, what? But yes, I have to go and grab some matches or lighters because we've not got any, because we tried to light my candles today and I don't have any. So that's I know that we don't sell them in my store, so I'm going to have to go somewhere else. And plus it's raining. It's raining for like the first time in like 2 weeks. It's an omen. I'm telling you, it's an omen. Right, I'm off. I'm filming an update from my car because I haven't had a quiet household this morning. So today is Saturday. Jack's rota has been messed about a bit, so he's now got today and tomorrow off, and then he does like a 9-day stretch. I'm not happy about it because he does have, like, it's not just his life that's affected, it's his kids' life as well. And anyway, I've been back to work. I've done 3 shifts this week. I've got 3 next week. For the first time in my company's history, I will actually praise them on how far they've actually gone to ensure staff safety and customer safety. The one and only time I will ever say this, but it's actually pleased me to see them go above and beyond. My expectations were low, because they always have been and they've never delivered, but they have this time. But yes, it's pretty boring going to work at the minute. Like there's not that much to do, and your brain, like when I come home, my feet hurt, my back hurt because I've not been to work in so long, and my head hurts like a lot because I'm constantly having to think about the distance between me and somebody else. I'm constantly having to think about I've been doing the job for so long that it comes second nature just to do things the way we've always done it, and now we're having to be told to do it a different way. And oh my god, people were going off at me for wearing gloves a lot yesterday, and I understand where they're coming from, because I do just genuinely people who just wear gloves cross-contaminate stuff. I get it, but if I sanitize my hands and wash my hands after every person that I served, I could serve up to like 300 people. My hands would be knackered. So I put the gloves on, I sanitize the gloves, and if I go to the toilet, I wash my hands and then put on a new pair of gloves. Every time I take a pair of gloves off, I just throw them in the bin and put a new one on. So it's literally just to protect my hands from becoming damaged and dried and to the point of no return. I'm just going to go to the shop to grab a few bits because Jack actually went this morning, but he forgot some things, so I'm just going to go out and do it now. The weather, it's been non-stop raining all morning. Does anyone else really struggle to get to 10,000 steps a day? Like my job requires me to stand still. I'm at a till point, and even when I do exercise, I only get to 8,000 steps, which is pretty good for doing nothing all day around the house and then going to work. But my mother will do like 16,000 a day because her job is walking around and she's patrolling. She's a bit more active than I. That's it. Oh, I had my first encounter with the doctors It's not raining, the tree's just spitting on me. I had the first encounter with the doctors yesterday. I had to ring up for well, I actually wanted to ring up to ask a question, and the receptionist couldn't help me. She was like, oh, the doctor will call you back. The doctor did call me back. He was very nice. It's all like telephone appointments and stuff. It's actually easier to speak to a doctor over the telephone than it is to go in. Ah! So it's to do with some womanly things. It's not a big issue. It's just they basically want to check I'm all right, because there's something that's gone a bit askew, and they just have to do a bunch of tests with it. So we'll see how that goes Tuesday. I do have to go to the hospital to have those tests done, so I'm freaking out about that a little bit. But it'll be there. It'll be there. Right. Oh, I keep yawning. Bah.